What up, guys? Back at it again. Anime and Beer. We talk about the latest manga, comics, anime, you name it. So crack open a cold one, get ready to dive into today's topic. Cheers. So, you guys tuning in right now, we're a little late behind. We understand with our chapter reviews, but the title of this video, My Hero Academia Chapters 315 and 316. I can't wait for the anime to adaptate that suit with Deku, bro. I just want to clarify, that suit has so much drip. But no. All for One is pulling some major villain moves right now, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Neja. The sniper in the arm, the fact that All for One gave her 2 quirks to mess around with so she can keep up with Deku. Bro. I gotta give props to her because she was a hero turned villain for killing a member of one of the boards.
Yeah, the Hero Committee.
Yeah, the Hero Committee. And, you know, we're sitting here. We're cutting in. Like, we're just diving straight in, guys. We're going to start with 315. And
Spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers.
And, dude, I think that's like the most well-written girl character I've seen in a while, first of all. So definitely shout out to Najent. Like, Najent, whatever it's pronounced, but I think it's N in front of agent. So I'm going to say Najent.
Careful saying that. The last time I said that about a female anime character, I got grilled on Twitter.
Grilled on Twitter? Look, we're not counting One Piece and JoJo and other things like that. I'm just saying.
No, it was the, I forgot her name. The girl from Jujutsu Kaisen. Not Mei. The one that
everybody says she's a better written, the one that she's a better Sakura in the group. It's okay.
I think she's just. We're not here for that.
So we cut to the snippets here, and we see, you know, the past users talking to Deku, and we all know that Deku now has access to multiple quirks, and the quirk that he has activated in recent fighting is one of the past users, the smoke screen. And now, Fajin, which translates in Chinese martial arts as a force, or like a blast of energy that you emit from your body. And it looks like Deku, in the future, once he trains the art, can create doppelgangers of himself, is what we're speculating. We haven't seen further because he literally just debuted, used it, and that was it. Because we all know the only ones he's really got under control are Black Whip and Float. So what I really loved was the fight scene. He's fighting her in the air because she's got some air maneuvering quirk. He goes behind her, uses smoke screen, then activates Fajin as a decoy. Ends up getting up in the air and around her. And what I love too is the past users are coaching him through this. I thought that was a super cool concept. Like, you cut to one scene and one user is like, all right, Deku, so this is what we got to do. And then it cuts to another one. It's like, hey, man, remember, we got to do this. And then another one it cuts to, and it's like, it was super cool that they're all talking in his head, and he's able to maneuver and still fight.
See, my thing with that is, with me, it's the small details. So, is that him just going over things that was previously said to him, and they're just giving us a visual? Or is he able to kind of...
No, he's talking to them while it's going along.
Kind of like a spiritual domain type
thing. If we backtrack a few chapters where he had to leave UA, and they're all sitting in one room talking. Remember when they were on the plane, like the astral plane, they talked to him and they were like, we can all come together and actually speak, and we hear your thoughts and what you're thinking. And they actually are in his head. Like, remember, they're giving him reminders and tidbits. So they're cutting in as he's fighting. So simultaneously, like, they see what he sees, they feel what he feels, they're going through it the same way he is. I thought that's pretty awesome. Cool. I think that's super cool.
It's helpful. I mean, he's still a kid. He's still 15. He's still learning and training.
Yeah.
So that right there, adding that in, kind of shows, you know, no, even with what he's going through, he still needs help, and it's pretty cool that what better help to have than to people who've used these quirks, the originators of these quirks. So, you know, you got the former user of Fajin saying, don't use it with that quirk. Use it with this quirk. Just focus on
That
this.
I thought that was super cool too.
Yeah.
That they're using combinations with each other.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering if the first person, if he's just by himself, because there's 9 users.
Mhm.
So my whole thing is there's 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, and then like, but that's just speculation. But what I thought was super cool was him like realizing it and like, remember, she's a long range fighter. We got to close the distance. He's like, I know, I'm already on it. Gets a hold of her, slams her down, gets close range, wraps her up, finishing the fight, and it cuts to All For One. And All For One, you know, as you guys know and you've seen, he can feel what he does when he transmits quirks to others and things like that. Meanwhile, Overhaul is over here looking like a pity mess with no arms. Yes, Overhaul sitting there like just like crying out, trying to coach an agent and like, no, remember what the boss said. Da, da, da. And I'm like, and what I'm assuming is if they get the job done, they promise him his arms back or something like that. And so my whole thing is with that is it was just he looked like a pity mess. So it cuts over to All For One and he goes, oh, looks like I don't know if he said Deku or my little brother, but he's like, looks like my little brother won this time. Good thing I had a backup plan. And he put a self-destructing ability in Agent when she fails because she was supposed to bring Deku to him. And Hawks shows up, and then Endeavor shows up after she's been exploding, and they're all surrounding her. And they bring Overhaul over to the body. He's like, no, come on, we got to wake up. We got to go to the boss, da-da-da-da. Like, we got to get this done. And it cuts over, and Deku has, like, this eerie look on his face. This is 315 transitioning over to 316 now, guys. And he's talking. He looks at Overhaul. And he goes, do you feel sorry for her? And he's like, well, yeah, of course. He goes, I want you to feel that sorry, and I want you to apologize to Eerie and everything you've done to her, and it can be forgiven. He goes, no, Eerie, that's right. I forgot. I'll apologize. And he's like, he looks like a psychotic mess. Like I don't know what, because he was a germaphobe.
He had everything taken from him. He said it.
Mm-hmm.
In the
He said
not
it like,
the recent chapter, but the chapter before that.
Yeah.
He said that like everything was taken from me. He was like, I have nothing else. I failed the boss, and I just need to apologize. Which that was the deal because Neijin didn't know who Deku was, so she used the Overhaul to kind of like, yeah, that's the guy that you need. Mm-hmm. And Neijin was like, yeah, if I do this for you, you have to take me back to the boss so I can apologize. And she's like, deal. So catching up to what you said. Deku's pretty much told him, okay, well, she made you that promise. She failed. You apologize to Eerie. I'll take you to your boss on her behalf. Mm-hmm. Which, to me was like, I'm about to go whoop his ass anyway, so you more than welcome to come.
Exactly. well, to also, too, was, Hawks, with Neijin's last little breath, they're like, we know you know where he is. Let us know. Like, tell us where All For One is so we can pull up on him. And, like, she tells them that he's in a cabin by a lake. And I can't remember the lake, but it's a cabin by a lake.
Yeah, it was like something woods. It was like the name of a wood.
Endeavor's there, Hawks is there, All Might's there. Everybody rolls up to this cabin deep with Overhaul. And, like, Deku's, like, walking in first. Like, nah. He's like, they're like, Deku, do not go in by yourself. He goes, I know. But I also know All For One and Shigaraki are not at 100%. Mm-hmm. Now's the time to take them out. So he walks in, boom. Very DC and Marvel comic-esque with the villain mic drop that All For One does.
Comes up on a projector.
Big projector screen recording, and he's like, hello, Izuku Midoriya.
It's your typical... Like
it's villain, like villain, and then it's like
it's not like it, but it's
like okay, I walk in. Well, hello there, and like Deku looks over at the screen and he goes, judging by you walking in, you've seen this message right now, and I can't remember the whole rebuttal. He's like, I'm assuming my colleague failed, and I can't remember the whole speech right now, but he goes on this whole villainous monologue. But if you've watched the anime and you've read the manga, he basically
Said people ain't shit.
Yeah, he basically mocks All Might. That's what he said. He goes, I no longer care about All Might. That fool is useless to me. I no longer need him. You, though, on the other hand, I am quite interested in Izuku Midoriya. And he goes, now, with that being said, and he points at Deku and he goes, it's your turn. And it's the next snippet, boom, sets up a bomb in the cabin, and we're left on this cliffhanger. So I'm wondering if, because Genist is there, I'm wondering if Genist slung up a barrier. I'm wondering if technically Deku was still in the building by himself. Is the first user like a barrier shield person? Because that would be clutch right now, because if he gets a barrier, that's all he needs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got mid-range, close-range attacks. He's got evasion moves. If he can get one solid defense quirk, this would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've been saying that. Like the moment we found out
about past quirks, yeah.
Use past
past
quirks of the past
mm-hmm.
users. You know, he's going to need aerial.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to need agility.
Yeah.
He's going to need long range. One for All is already short range.
Yes.
Yeah, so he had defensive. He has what?
Well, I would say evasive, not defensive.
Yeah.
Evasive, he's got float and black whip for evasion, to get out of the way of things.
In danger sense.
Oh, yes, I forgot about danger sense. So he has a sense, he has evasion, he has offense, he doesn't have a solid defense. So the real speculation here now is like kind of the closing out of this chapter is what's the next quirk? All for One's already making the move on Deku. We already know that.
All for One's not playing.
All Might ain't playing. Endeavor's not playing. All for One's not playing. We got Best Genist and Hawks back. But what I'm crazy about is when the Hawks came in, Hawks' feathers are still jacked up from Dabi.
Yeah, Deku had to save him.
He had to save
him. He said something about, he was like, I'm not up for flying.
Yeah.
Something along that lines.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's still available. He even said, he goes like, I can do my best, even though, I'm kind of useless right now. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your speculations? Going into this next part of this video here, what are your speculations? What do you think's going to come?
My speculation is what we've always said. Deku's going to come in with a defensive quirk. Yeah, the house blew up, but I don't think anyone's hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
I think,
dude, Mount Lady was there. Did you see Mount Lady roll up in the little snippet? Like she rolled up on the cabin too. Like Mount Lady's there.
A lot of them there. Ed Shot was there.
Yeah.
Like all the major.
The remaining top 10 like heroes are there.
They were there.
So yeah, but
and all of them didn't even go inside.
That's what I said. It's just Endeavor and Deku. I mean, unless Endeavor can absorb fire, which I haven't seen him do.
That'd be badass.
Yeah, that would be so badass.
Oh, that'd be so badass.
I like how he rolls up and he's still all like, he's flying in the rain. He goes, me and rain don't get along, as you can tell. I'm like, no shit, you're made of fire. Like,
but it'd be cool if his fire kind of like, him and Rain doesn't get along. But if he had if he had like the Charmander, the Charmander effect, it was kind of like, even though it rains, it doesn't burn out his fire. But yet it's kind of like your flames are constantly getting wet, so your power really isn't.
So we're building up. Okay, so we're building up. Now we have Black Whip, Danger Sense, Smokescreen, Fajin, Black Whip.
You ever say Black Whip?
I already said Black Whip?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Fajin, Black Whip, Float. I didn't say Float. I don't think I said Float.
Yeah, you did say Float.
I did say Float? Okay.
No, you didn't. The first thing you said
was Black Whip. Okay. Float.
Mm-hmm.
Black Whip. I'm just kidding.
Give a pen and paper.
Smokescreen.
Smokescreen, Fajin, Black Whip,
Float.
Danger Sense. What are we missing?
The other user that looks like Bakugo. He's the only one left.
Ooh.
I think he makes some form of barrier. I think that's the only thing, because if you look, and you also look,
energy barriers.
Yeah, like energy barriers. If you look at Deku, my whole thing is look at his classmates. His classmates are the quirks. You have people with good evasion, people with good mobility and speed, people that are defensive quirks, people that are mid-ranged quirks. So if he gets a solid defense quirk, he's his whole class.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to get like, sturdy. That would be cool, Deku with sturdy with the mobility.
I mean, because they also mentioned in the manga that when he tries to use multiple quirks at one time, they all don't complement each other.
And a big thing they said too, he can only use. Backtrack. Also too in the manga, he can only use them at 45% when he's using multiple quirks at a time. So he's not even at half his full potential, and which is kind of a good limiter. Because he would be broken, let's be honest, and also too the physical exhaustion.
So where's he at now without using other quirks?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm speculating if he pours it all into one, it may be like 80% versus spreading it out because it's 45.
Right.
And remember, before Eerie hopped on his back against Overhaul, he did hop to 80% by himself of pure raw power.
Scary.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm speculating that using an individual quirk of his, maybe he can do it to 80%. But dividing it between 45 is fair. 40 and 40, or do the math, 45, 35, I'm speculating.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm. It gives them a good limiter. And that's what I love about My Hero too, is they give people limits. They don't get too crazy. They're like, come on, man, we're only human. Like, that's another thing I too love is like the vulnerability in My Hero.
Yeah, kind of like when they explained. I might have said the guy's name wrong. Isn't Ed? No, who's the sniper again?
Of the heroes?
Yeah,
Gunhead.
Okay. So I did say Ed Sharp's name right. Okay. So yeah, Gunhead. Even he explained, like, yeah, I have my own limits. Because Negan, he compared himself to Nagant. And he was like, yeah, he's like, although I'm able to shoot straight at a target and hit that target 10 out of 10 times. That's right.
She's like doing shit from one to
yeah, she's like curving bullets and trajectory. So her accuracy and whatnot is actually far superior than him. He's like,
he does admit it, yes.
Yeah. So that is good that they do give themselves a limit. I mean, even Endeavor, he's like, yeah, I'm no good in the rain. It's not like OP, like, oh, when the rain hits me, the water dissipates.
Yeah, like it turns into steam. Like he's got like a steam trail after
he's
him.
Like, well, when it rains, which I like to think, when it rains, he's just weaker. I don't think it's going to extinguish his flames. He's just weaker. You
mean when the lunar eclipse happens and all the firebenders are out of power and and they don't have the reflectance of the sun anymore and they can't really bend? That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's like having a fire type team and your opponent uses rain dance.
Absolutely. Well, hey guys,
pretty much.
What do you guys think is going to happen next? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. We're going to close out with our Crunchyroll news of the week.
Oh, we should do it.
If you guys don't know, Crunchyroll always releases stuff like what we're talking about, latest news on anime and manga and things like that. It's on free on the app. Crunchyroll, the minimum I think is $7.99 a month. So I mean, we're just doing this for fun, just to let you know. That way, if you don't know, you don't have Crunchyroll. Well, hey, what you seeing that's interesting?
I don't know a thing about Metroid, but Dread reveals as direct sequel to 2002's Metroid Fusion. So
Metroid Fusion's getting a sequel?
I guess. I don't know. I never played
Metroid Prime fans. What you got next?
Tekken's Kazuya Mishima joins the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster.
Oh, wait a minute.
That should make some people happy right there.
That dude, Kazuya's dropping on... They're putting Tekken fighters in Smash Bros? When did they start doing that?
I guess now.
Tekken fighters are coming to Smash Bros. I know Street Fighter's in there. I did not know if there was any Tekken people in there before. Oh, wait, I think I see Zelda. Is that a Breath of the Wild mention?
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel gets new gameplay trailer planned for 2022 release. I've never played a Zelda game.
Neither have I. All my Zelda fans, there you go.
Beastars Season 2 makes Netflix debut on July 15th. I think me and you watched that one time, and we were laughing about it.
We were talking about it, a TikTok about Beastars, because I don't know how I feel about it.
It's hit or miss.
It's
and it's not hit or miss for me. When the few episodes I've seen, I've enjoyed it. But, you know, it depends on who you are.
My boy Takata? My boy Takata? Do I see something about Tamers 3?
Ooh.
What is this? Hey, we just did the Digimon episode. Hold on, guys.
Let me go back to the title. Why Digimon Tamers remains the best of its genre.
Oh, I'm taking that dub. I'm taking that dub. I'm taking that dub right there.
That is a lot to read.
That is a lot to read.
I'm going to say the title again, so for all you triggered
Digimon
people,
Tamers.
you can go look it up.
Digimon Tamers.
Remains the best of its genre. Just look that up, and you'll probably find the article. I'm not reading it. That was 3 hours ago.
Hell yeah, dude. Anything else crazy? Well, I mean, if we don't want to spoil too much, want to let them know? Guys, download the Crunchyroll app. It's only $7.99. I mean, like...
Oh, you were right.
Yeah, main villain.
Zoro voice, is that Roronoa Zoro?
Wait, who? Zoro via Kazu. The voice actor from One Piece that plays Zoro, the Japanese voice actor, will be Kazuya Nakai. As the My Hero Academia's third movie's main villain, he's going to play his voice. So, guys, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff coming through, bro.
Nice.
So,
that's about...
We're going to close out, guys. Let us know again. Hit that bell for notifications. Like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You let us know what you want to hear from us next. Anime and beer. Drink some beer, get weird. We're closing out, guys. Peace.